I'm currently reviewing the Juning Android 5.1 cell phone Pink. I wanted to touch bases on a couple points that I did notice. One of the things is that several of the things stated on the page is incorrect, and it's actually in a good way because some of the things that the tests that I've been doing are actually a lot more. For instance, if you go to the ROM itself, you can notice that it's actually bigger. It states on the page that it's only a 4 gigabyte ROM, but in all reality, it's actually an 8 gigabyte ROM, as you can see. So you actually have double the room as stated on the page. The other thing is that it states that it can only handle a 16 gigabyte SD card, and you can clearly see that I have a 32 gigabyte SD card in this. That's actually a really big bonus. The other thing is that it has a radio. It does state that. It's in very small print. But I thought that was really a neat feature on it that I don't see a lot of, is that it has a radio. And you can actually go to the speaker and listen to. Pretty cool. So it plays the radio. It has all your stations listed and even their call numbers, which is really unusual. The other thing is that the rear camera is actually a 3 megapixel camera. It's not just a 2 megapixel, and I found that out messing with it today. Another cool feature that a lot of phones don't have that I feel is like needed all the time is tap on, which means that the screen comes on right when you tap on it. I love that feature, and a lot of phones don't have that nowadays. And they do have some apps that try to do that for you as well, some aftermarket apps, but they really drain the battery really fast, and this one seems to do really well. The benchmarks on here, because it is a MTK 6580, which is the CPU. That's a quad core, 1.3 gigahertz with a Mali 400 in it. That's the GPU. The benchmarks are between probably an S3 and an S4. And an S3 you can get for around $150 brand new. An S4 about $190 brand new. So all in all, it's a pretty good value. Since this phone is a lot cheaper than those. This phone is probably better for like everyday use. It can pretty much do anything the average person needs at a cheap price. I'm just going to go over some of the specs real quick. Of course, it's pink, which, I mean, who doesn't love a good pink phone? I know my wife loves pink, and she's really loved the color of this phone. We've been messing around with this phone. We've had it and been using it for almost a week now. It's really nice. It's basically a dual SIM card, which I'm gonna kind of show you in a minute here. It's got Android 5.1 on it. And as we discussed, the ROM is actually an 8 gigabyte ROM. It's got 512 megabytes of RAM. The display size is a 5.5 inch. It's got a captive touchscreen TFT screen. The resolution is 960 by 540 pixels, and it's really a really nice screen. You really can't see the pixels at all. All the colors pop and everything. It's really responsive, so it's pretty fast. It's real snappy. It's got, of course, Bluetooth in it, 4.0. Wi-Fi is amazing. It pretty much picks up anywhere in the house, and that's unusual for a lot of the devices that we've bought. And like I said, it's got dual cameras, 2 megapixel on the front and a 3 megapixel on the back. Even though it says it doesn't. It does have BG and N Wi-Fi. And it's got a gravity sensor, and it is multi-touch. And real quick, I'm just going to show you some of the things that came with it. It did come with some headphones. Those were not the headphones that come with. Those are my headphones. It comes with the standard headphones that everybody basically gives you. They're pretty nice headphones. They're decent. It comes with this backing. It's basically like almost like a plasticky gel backing. It's pretty much to just kind of save your phone a little bit, and basically you can just pop this off right here, get into it. And I just cut my nails today, so of course right when I needed nails. Even with no nails, it's not that hard to get them done. It's really hard to do it with the camera in my face, but what you gonna do, right? No. All right. This is the back of the phone. It's the case. And just take the battery out. It's got the model, serial number, and everything in it. And this is where the two SIM cards go. You can kind of see how they fit in there. First SIM card goes on top, second SIM card goes underneath it, and then right at the very bottom, I don't know if you can see it, but that's where my SD card is. And that's pretty much the phone. It's a really nice phone. It's a decent price, and hope you've enjoyed this review.